Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the daily cricket show, Cricket Happenings, with your host Ram. And well, it's going to be a very short cricket show because it's basically going to be cricket news today. But I'm going to start off with the 27th match in the Caribbean Premier League that was played yesterday. And I'm going to talk about that game where Dwayne Smith hammered a century for the Barbados Tridents. It was a very hard hitting knock from Dwayne Smith actually took Barbados Tridents to victory, which I'll be talking about, and then we'll have a look at some cricket news. So first, let's go on to the 27th match of the Caribbean Premier League and see what happened. So Barbados Tridents were the ones who actually batted first against the Stars. Actually, I think it was the Zooks, as you would call them, and Shane Watson's team. And look at what Dwayne Smith did. In fact, Barbados Tridents opened with Nicholas Pooran and Dwayne Smith. So it's like how Patriots and Chris Gale and Evan Lewis. It is such a combination of Dwayne Smith and Nicholas Pooran, and they clattered the batting bowling, especially Nicholas Pooran. Started off in a blazing 32 of just 20 deliveries, 4 fours and 2 sixes. But Dwayne Smith was the man who hammered it, hammered a nail into the bowling of the St. Lucia Zooks. As if you look at the bowling as to what happened. Look at Shane Watson's figures. His 3 overs rammed for 55 runs. Taylor went for 40 of his 4. McCoy 1 for 25 was the only one who really bowled with semblance of respectability. Cornwall 4 overs 2 for 30 did a fair job, I'd say. Shillingford 3 overs for 20 and Mayers 2 overs 1 for 23. But look at that knock of Dwayne Smith. I mean, he would have retired, but look at the way he bats. He was not out. His second century in the CPL. He was not out on 103 of just 65 deliveries, 5 fours and 8 sixes, which took the Barbados Tridents to a imposing score of 195 for 4, which turned out to be a winning score in the end. Kane Williamson was out for 2, Pollard was out for 11, Morgan made only 5, Barnwell gave good company to Dwayne Smith to get to his century, with Barnwell slapping an unbeaten 26 of just 12 deliveries, 3 fours and 1 6. Now when the turn for the St. Lucia Stars came, it was a real tough thing, I would say, but Cornwall was absolutely electric, I would say. Fletcher and Cornwall opened the innings. It was not Johnson Charles, but it was Cornwall opening the innings with Fletcher. They also did an experiment there to really, in the sense, up the tempo, and Cornwall really made it work. What a knock from Cornwall. He absolutely hammered the Barbados Tridents bowler 78. He was retired hurt. He was hit and he had to retire hurt. He slammed 78 of just 44 deliveries with 7 fours and 6 sixes. So this was something which was absolutely it was real ramming stuff, I would say, as he absolutely hit the leather out of the ball. Watson made 22 of 17, 1 4 2 sixes. Fletcher was out dismissed cheaply. Johnson Charles coming down the order was out for 13 of 21 4. Samuels made 17 of 18. Samuels not around 13. But even though Dan Samuels still there at the crease, the St. Lucia Zoo innings actually capitulated, and the Tridents actually won by 29 runs. They were 166 for 4. They had wickets in hand, with Shillingford Taylor still to come, but only the tail, I would say. But what a victory for the Barbados Tridents. Dwayne Smith totally hitting it and taking the Man of the Match award, and rightly so. Ram Paul went for 1 for 39. Wahab Riaz bowled a wonderful line, 4 overs 1 for 15. Parnell 4 overs 1 for 30. Akul Hussain for a change was a bit costly. 2 overs cost him 24. Pollard 4 overs 1 for 22. Bowled with was a picture of economy, and Barnwell 2 overs 1 for 22. So that is how the Caribbean Premier League was concerned, and Dwayne Smith was the man of the match here at the Kensington Oval, Bridgetown in Barbados. So that is something that I wanted to talk about. So now we look at some cricket news from around the world. So let's have a look at the cricket news, and the first news I'm going to look at is the West Indies T20 squad has been announced to take on England, and let's have a look at the squad here. The only change happens to be that Samuel Battery, who is a specialist in T20, has been replayed by Ashley Nurse, probably for the reason that he has the ability to bat as well. And that's the reason Ashley Nurse has taken the place of Samuel Battery. But one does not know whether that's a really good move, because Samuel Battery has always proved to be a very good T20 specialist bowler. But nevertheless, Ashley Nurse has got his opportunity. He's a random off spinner, and he has got his opportunity. Probably he has won the vote in terms of his batting. The squad will be led by Carlos Brathwaite, as you know, he's the specialist T20 captain. Ronsford Beaton gets an opportunity. Chris Gale, Evan Lewis, Jason Mohammed, Sunil Narine, Ashley Nurse, Kieron Pollard, Roman Powell, another very exciting all-rounder for the West Indies. Marlon Samuels, Jerome Taylor, Shavik Walton, Keshav Williams. So I think it's a very good composition, and this T20 mix looking pretty good. So Nurse makes a comeback into the team. So West Indies pick Nurse for the matches against England. So only a solitary T20, if I'm not wrong, that they're going to play. So basically, so that is the squad that has been selected. Now let's have a look at some other cricket news. Other cricket news, I would say, let's have a look. I mean, I'm still, as far as Shadab Khan is concerned, that is something that I spoke about. I'm trying to see whether there is any other cricket news that I could really talk about. James Anderson, the English bowler, has said that he could play till the age of 40, well, I don't think there is anything else. Steve O'Keefe has entered the scene. As you know, he'll be whether he finds a place in the Test squad, that remains to be seen. So, as I said, it's a very, very short cricket show today. Very, very brief, in fact. It was all about the Caribbean Premier League. There's not much of news to really cover on. Hope you all loved this cricket broadcast of mine. I never fail to take an opportunity as and when I get time on this cricket broadcast. As today I thought I do have time, as I don't have much to talk. Once again, it's a big thank you to all my dear fans, friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings, and all those followers. Just keep it going, and your support is very, very vital and important for me to keep this cricket show going. I definitely thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for your company, and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. This is good night from here.